Hello everyone. Thank you for joining today's session. I'm Ganesh Gosavi, Senior Customer Success Manager, Architect for Data and AI in Financial Services. And I'll be walking you through a live demonstration of IBM Manta Data Lineage integrated with IBM Knowledge Catalog within Cloud Pak for Data, and how it addresses key customer challenges. The goal is to demonstrate how these tools can streamline data governance, enhance visibility into the data movement, and ensure the data privacy and trustworthiness. I had worked with many of my clients, and in many of those meetings, several customer pain points were identified that this demo tries to address. The customer pain points that were shared during the meetings include like lack of visibility into data movement and transformation across systems, difficulty in understanding data provenance and trustworthiness, the manual effort and the time consuming processes for cataloging and profiling data assets, and there were some concerns around protecting sensitive personal information and the need for governed catalog that supports controlled access and enriched metadata. So each of these challenges will be addressed through specific feature and capabilities demonstrated today. So let's check on the Red Hat OpenShift cluster readiness. For this demo purpose, I have already requested a Red Hat OpenShift cluster deployment. So before we get into the demo, let's first verify the cluster and ensure that all the prerequisites or the required components are installed so that I can showcase all the features and functionalities that are planned for today. So here, let's first log into the Red Hat OpenShift cluster using the user ID and password kubeadmin, which will take you to the this Red Hat OpenShift console homepage. From there, you can navigate to pipelines. Under pipelines, you will see that a pipeline has been created to deploy the cluster and to install all the required components that are needed for this demo to take. So let's look at this pipeline into the details. So if you click onto this, you will see you will see all the details here. If you click onto the logs, then you will see the list of all the stages that are required to deploy these clusters and to deploy all the components. At the end of the stage, it will be deploying the Cloud Pak for data, and it will present you the route information for accessing the Cloud Pak for data. So let's go to that URL and use the user ID and password that was listed down in this process here. So copy the password. You enter the user information, paste the password here. That will take you to the IBM Cloud Pak for Data's homepage, landing page basically. So from here, once you log into the Cloud Pak for Data, you can click on Services Catalog just to see like what are the different components are installed here. We wanted to make sure that the components that are needed for today's demos are installed here or not. So you will see that Data Stage, IBM Knowledge Catalog, and Manta Atomic Data Lineage. Those are the components we needed for this demo purpose. So all these components are installed successfully. Now, to access the IBM Manta Automatic Data Lineage, you can click onto the tile and it will take you to this page where you can click onto the open button, and then that will take you to the IBM Manta launcher page. There is another way, alternative way to launch IBM Manta. So you can copy this URL, put it into the new tab, and just replace this same portion with the Manta admin GUI. This will launch the IBM Manta page, and you will land up at the home page for the IBM Automatic Data Lineage. So once you are here, we just wanted to check on the licensing information. Click on configuration and take in on license, and you will see the current license information. So we just want to make sure that we have the correct license here to showcase all the features and functionalities. Now go to the IBM Cloud Pak for Data, then you click onto the monitoring. Let's get into the details and look at the pods that are running for the Manta. So you click on pods, and then you will type it here is the Manta. So it will show you the list of all the Manta pods which are important here to run the Manta successfully. Now click on the discovery pods. That is what let's say the metadata pods basically. So these are the IBM catalog, knowledge catalog pods, which you want to restart first once the cluster is ready. So just restart this pod to ensure that like these features and functionalities are available once you start the demo. So restart this pod as you see it here, and make sure that like the keep refreshing the page and make sure that it contains gets into the ready state for using the IBM knowledge catalog functions. So keep refreshing. Let's just give 1 or 2 minutes here. Okay, so at least one pod is ready. Now let's wait for another metadata discovery pod to get ready. So okay, so now the pods are ready for us. Now let's go to the monitoring and check all the other rest of the Manta pods and their status. So you will see, click on the Manta here. So you will see all the 5 Manta services are here, and you wanted to restart all these pods. But prior to that, we will also to restart those pods, you need to go to the workloads, pods, and type Manta here to change the project to CPD, where all these Manta pods are running, and these are all the pods. Now we want to configure, we also wanted to ensure that the Manta pod is configured for the Cognos Analytics. So to do that, you have to copy some jar files to the Manta admin GUI. So let's access the Manta admin GUI by going to the terminal, and let's get into this folder, which I'm going to. So CLI scenarios, then Manta data pro CLI, and get into the leave extension, where you will see that I have already copied those 4 jar files that are needed for Cognos, configuring Cognos for Manta. I also wanted to show you how these, once you copy those Cognos files, ensure that you restart all these pods by deleting these pods. So let's do that activity. And at the end of it, like you need to ensure that it comes into the ready state, and then you will be able to start the Manta lineage for the Cognos features from this and demo. Let me also show you how I configured Cognos for Manta by copying those Cognos jar files to Manta admin. So let's click onto the pods, get onto the Manta, change the project to CPD, and then go to the Manta admin GUI, click on to the terminal. Let's go to the same folder which I showed you previously, which is like CLI, then change it to scenarios, and then to Manta data flow CLI, and then library extensions. So earlier these files were not present, those .jar files. So I wanted to copy those .jar files here from my laptop. So how to do that? So I do have these files here, as you see it here under this Cognos folder. These are the 4 jar files I would like to copy to the Manta admin GUI pod. So to do that activity, like let's do our sync command from this current folder from my laptop, which is this. And then to copy to the pod, just copy the pod name, which is unique name, and paste it here. Oh, as I forgot the entire path, so let's do that again. And then copy the entire path from the pod so that where we want to copy those jar files. So copy this entire path from the pod, and then take it to the command and just run the command. So okay, so I missed login to the Red Hat OpenShift console first. So let's do that. To do that, like go to the Red Hat OpenShift console, click on copy login command, and log in as a cube admin from the user ID and password. So cube admin user, and take the password from here, copy, and then go to here and paste it, and then it will take you to the display token. It will display the token. Copy this token and then execute, so that after this you will be you will be logged into the Red Hat OpenShift console. And make sure that you are into the current project, so which is CPD here, so the project is correct. And now just execute the same command, and then it will copy the let me do that again, and then it will copy all those 4 files as you see it here. Now go to the pod again, and ensure that those files are here. So this is how you configure the Cognos for Manta in IBM Cloud Pak for data. Once you copy all these files there, you have to restart all the Manta pods. So let's do that one by one. Click on to the delete pod for each of these Manta pods that are listed down here. Let's do this for all Manta pods. This is Manta's server and a trim, and then the configuration service. Let's delete it as well. And then data flow, Manta data flow pod, let's delete it so that it will restart. And then Manta flow agent, let's delete it. So once you delete all these pods, it will restart. You have to wait till the status becomes 1/1. So that means it is ready for use. So you can click on refreshing this page and wait till you see 1/1 here. So it's still restarting all the pods, and we are waiting for all them to come into the ready state. Okay, looks like all the Manta pods are ready here. Now, so the cluster is ready and all the prerequisites are met. So here are the highlights about what we are going to see today in the entire demo. The demo will cover several key capabilities of my IBM Manta Data Lineage and IBM Knowledge Catalog. This includes like building a business vocabulary with governance artifacts, then creating and applying the data protection rules. Then we'll do the discovering assets using metadata import process. Then we'll do the profiling and classifying data with metadata enrichment. Then we will publish the curated assets to the governed catalog. And at the end, we will visualize business and technical lineage information. So each step is designed to show how these tools can automate and enhance data governance processes. So this part of demo demonstrates how to create categories and business terms to establish a robust business vocabulary. So there is a feature called like governance artifact import that allows for bulk creation of governance artifacts, and it saves a significant time and resources for data stewards. This process ensures that data assets are consistently categorized and described, facilitating better data governance and understanding across the organization. So let's create the categories and business term. To do that, open the Cloud Pak for data again. Looks like the session terminated, so I have to log into the IBM Cloud Pak for data. Let's do admin cloud and then password. Once you are into the IBM Cloud Pak for data, click on the navigation bar and click on the governance, and there you will see the categories information. So click on to it. It will take you to the page where you can add categories. Now we already have categories, and we will import those from this CSV file. So click on the file, governance categories file to import. So it will take some time. Just click it here, replace all values, and click onto the next, and then it will start importing those categories. It will take few minutes here to import all the categories, and once all the categories are imported successfully, it will also show you the display this message here, and all you will see that the categories are imported. So once you are here, it will show you all these business categories are imported successfully, and you can view all these details here. Now at the same time, I also wanted to show these files, Excel file, what it contains. So let's click on to the business categories file, and wanted to show you like these are the categories that we have defined into the Excel spreadsheet, which we just imported. So you will see that these are the tags that are there, business terms. So now let's open the business terms that we want to also import. So this is how the file looks like, which has all the information about the business terms, their descriptions, and also like it has been tagged, and it also shows the classification of the those terms, like containing the sensitive personal information. For example, credit card expiry, credit card number, or CVV numbers. Those are all tagged as a sensitive personal information here. So we are going to import all these business terms here. So let's do that. So click on to the again navigation menu, then categories, click on business terms, and then here you can again add business terms and import from file, and select the file which I just showed you here. So this will import all those business terms. It will take again some few minutes to import. Click on next, replace. Here click on replace all values and click on next, and it will start importing the business terms in for categories. So once all these are imported successfully, you will see this message, and you will see that all the 55 categories are imported successfully here. So let's go to that task, and here you will see that all these 55 business terms which we just saw, those are imported successfully here. Once you look at all these terms, verify, and then you can click on publish button to publish all these business terms. Now you can write a comment and click on publish button. So this is how you import, and once the import task is complete, you can click on to the governance again, click on to the business terms, and that is where here you will see all the published information for the business terms that are there. Now click on to the 200 pages so that you will list down all those business terms. You will see all the primary categories that are displayed for each and every business terms. Now let's define the data protection rules to protect some personal sensitive information. Now, as you know, the data protection rules are designed to autonomously and dynamically mask sensitive personal information. And I wanted to show you here the creation of these rules using the redaction masking method that ensures that data privacy is maintained without manual intervention. This capability is crucial for compliance with data protection regulations and for maintaining trust with data consumers. Now, as you see it here, it will show you all the 55 business terms published, right? That we just saw it here. Now here, click on the rules. Once you click on, it will allow you to add a new rule. So select that option, give the name. I wanted to protect the credit personal. So let's choose that name and give the description here, which will protect all the credit card, including like credit card number, CVV, and validation numbers here. So click on next, then you will choose the rule like if the column name, right? So you can select that, and contains any. So you can select that contains any, and these are the names for which column names I would like to choose: credit card number, credit card CVV, and credit card expiry date. So what you want to do, so I wanted to do the redact these columns, right, with the business like we want, if it is the column name, and here you will see that all these three columns gets populated automatically, which you chose just above. So you will see the example here how these columns are redacted. So let's create this rule. Click on I understand, because these rules will be enforced as soon as you start adding the data assets. Click on continue. And once you will see that the rule gets successfully created, and you will see the rule definition here. If contains column names with this, then you will see the data will be redacted automatically. So click on rules. Once this is the rule that got added successfully, and also published successfully. Now once the data protection rules are defined, then now it's time to create the project and add the assets to it. But prior to that, let's first create the governed catalog to store the curated enriched data, to hold all the enriched data. So create on catalogs. You will see the two default catalogs. Create on new catalog, and then you give the name. Let's say executive dashboard is the name of the governed catalog, and then just give the description that you would like to use this governed catalog to store all these data assets and business technical data lineage generated by the knowledge catalog into this. Now click on the permanently enforce the data enable rule enforcement. So here you will enforce all these rules when the data assets are added. Click on OK, and then select the control method, which will allow reporting on this catalog for the enriched metadata. So click on allow, and once you do that, click select all the default options and click on create button. So here the it will start creating the executive dashboard catalog once the catalog is created successfully. So let's come back here and refresh it again. Catalog, there you go. So you will see the executive dashboard catalog got created. There is another way to access this catalog from the navigation menu. So click on the executive dashboard and then catalog. So here the catalog is created successfully, as you see it here, to keep all the governed assets. Next step is metadata import and discovery. So in this, we are going to run a metadata import process for discovery across all disparate sources into a project. I wanted to let you know here that this process is called as data curation, and it significantly reduces the manual effort required by data engineers and stewards. So let me show you here quickly how this feature streamlines the integration of diverse data sources into a unified governance framework. Prior to that, let's first create the project. So to do that, let's create on the IBM Cloud Pak for data. Click on to the projects, and then there is a button called new project. Click on to it. Provide the name of the project. Let's say executive dash. Already have a file to let's import that project file here. So select the project zipped file, data lineage import project file, and then you can give the description for this. So this project contains a data stage flow, and then three connections. One is to DB2 database and the Postgres SQLs and the Cognos analytic connection. And we will use this source information and for importing the data and enriching this metadata further. And then we will track down the data lineage into it. So let's create this project from this already existing zip file. So give few minutes to have this project. Once the project is created successfully, you should see a message here that the project has been imported successfully. On step 4, we should have, okay, so the project is ready for us, imported successfully. So view this new project, click on to that blue button, and it will take you to that project. So once you are into this project, you will click on to, let's click on to the asset to see the assets involved into this project. So under data assets, you will see that 3 connections are already defined here: DB2, Postgres, and Cognos, and a data stage flow. And there are other tabs here like jobs. It will show you a data stage jobs inside this project, which is used. We will see the lineage into these data flow jobs later. So let's look into the these are the executive dashboard data stage flow, and this is DB2. So let's ensure that these connections are working first. to start with, click on to the DB2 connection first and ensure that you have a valid connection here. For DB2 connection, you always provide all the information to connect to that database. Give the user ID and password, and then the required certificate if it is needed, and then you can test the connection. Click on the test. And yes, so this connection is working, the test is successful. So let's test another Postgres SQL database connection also. So click on to the Postgres SQL database connection. Here also you provide the information. Here we are connecting to this database to access these two tables, customer loyalty and customer summary tables, and the schema, and then the user ID and password, and click on test connection. So it ensures that the the database is accessible. And let's do the same thing for the Cognos Analytics server connection. So here in this, you will provide the gateway URL. Looks like the gateway URL is not correct. Let me correct that URL, provide the correct information here. Okay, and then you give the other information such as user ID and password, and click on the test connection. So once the tested connection, the connection is successful, so save the connections and go back. And then, so we have tested all this, and this is the data stage flow that you will see. So I also wanted to show you how what this data stage job does. This is the data stage job flow. Click on to it. It will open the data, load the flow. So as you see it here, these data stage jobs joining two tables, one from DB2 and one from Postgres SQL database, and then they are joining together, and then the result is sent to the summary table under DB2 database. Now in the different case, like there is also a warehouses and shifts under the Postgres SQL database, which is read and then send it to the target or to the DB2 database under a DB2 table. So this is how the flow is defined into the data stage. And going forward, we are going to track the lineage across all these database sources that are defined here, like DB2, Postgres. Then we will enrich the metadata for this, and then we will also look into more details about it. Now it's time to import the metadata and then do the enrichment onto the imported metadata. Metadata enrichment process automatically profiles data contents, access data quality, and assigns business terms and data classes. This process enhances the metadata associated with the data assets, making them more informative and useful for governance and analysis. So let me demo you importing metadata for source tables like DB2 and Postgres, and how enrichment can be applied across multiple assets simultaneously, improving the efficiency and consistency. So here click on to the new asset here. Then in the search, you click on the import metadata for the data assets. So once you click on to that, it will select discover, because that is you want to collect the metadata from the DB2 sources. So let's do that. Click on next, then give the name. Since this is a DB2 import, let's give that name, and then provide the description. So from this DB2 table, customer table, we are going to collect the metadata for, and then click on the next. Then select, we want to select the target. We want to get this into this project. So let's select that and click on next. Then select the connection. So we are going to use the DB2 connection here. Here it will display all the schema. So the customer table is under customer schema. So choose the customer schema and then this customer table. So select that, click on to the select, and this will this is the selected asset. So click on the next, and then it will show take the default names here and run the job after creation. So select the default selections here and click on to the next, and we would like to verify clear scope. Target is this project. So click on to this create. So it will start importing the metadata. import process. As you see it here, the metadata import is in progress. So click on the refresh button here. That yeah, there you go. So you will see that the metadata import process is complete, and now you will also you will see that db2 import asset got added. Now let's create another asset for importing the metadata for the Postgres SQL database. So we have to follow the same process. Select the discovery for the Postgres SQL database, click on next, give the name. Now we are importing from the db2 Postgres SQL import. Let's choose that name, then provide the description where these are the two tables, customer loyalty table and the warehouse assigned shift tables, for which we are going to import the metadata. Click on next, then select the target, which is this project, and then select the connection information. So here the Postgres SQL connection will be used. Then choose the schema like customer table under from the customer schema. So select the customer loyalty table from this customer schema. So select this table, and there is another table under warehouse. So click on warehouse schema. So this is warehouse schema. Under warehouse schema, you will see the warehouse assigned shifts table, so for which we want to import the metadata. So select these two assets. Once after verification, click on select. These are the selected assets. So just ensure that and click on the next. Take the default names and run the job after creation. Select that option, click on next. Take the default names and click on next, and here you will verify the summary like review. Two assets are selected from Postgres and this is the target. Click on the create. So it will start importing the data for these tables from the Postgres SQL database. It will display it's in progress. Once it is complete, it will also show you the message that these assets metadata has been imported. It will show you the message as well here. Yeah, there you go. So the data has been imported successfully. Now click on to the executive dashboard here, and you will see that the Postgres SQL asset also got added successfully here. Now if you click onto the data assets, so these are the three tables, right? These data assets, so import data assets got added here to this entire project as well. And this is the metadata imports, two metadata imports like db2 import and Postgres SQL import that we just performed. Now let's enrich this imported metadata. Here we will use automated meta enrichment process provided by IBM Knowledge Catalog. So earlier discovered metadata using metadata import process now will be used as an input to the IKC's metadata enrichment process. So in this metadata enrichment process, the imported metadata will be automatically profiled, analyzed and assessed for the data quality, and it will assign the data classification and business terms by leveraging the governance artifacts defined in the business glossary. So this is why it is very important to define those data classes and the business terms in advance, so that the meta data enrichment process can leverage the data classes and business terms and automatically assign them and make the suggestions during the metadata enrichment process. And this helps the organization saves a lot of time and resources by reducing the manual work needed to get the same results. So let's look at this process. Click on go to the manage tab, and there is a metadata enrichment process. So ensure that you have the correct settings before for metadata enrichment. So we'll remove the machine learning options and data class based and just keep the name matching option for this. And then we want to do the meta enrichment from this assets from this project itself. So ensure that these settings are there, and then under assets click on new assets. Now this is where you choose the metadata enrichment process goal. So click on enrich data assets with metadata, select that option, then provide the name here, let's say executive dashboard, and then provide the description. So enrich here you are going to enrich the metadata, and then we will publish this govern data asset that we have created. So click on the next. Now let's choose select from the project. So here is the metadata import process that we would like to enrich. So select those and then select these two assets for the enrichment. These are the two assets, DB2 and Postgres. Click on select. Here you will see the selection that we made for the enrichment process. Click on next, and then here these are the enrichment objectives we would like to achieve. Profiling of the data, then assign the terms and classification to those info data, and then we wanted to also run basic quality analysis. So select all these three options here, and on the select categories, click on to add, and you would like to select the first two categories, uncategorized and business, so that the data classes and the business terms gets associated for this. So click on select, do the basic sampling and click on the next button. Now here you can choose the default option, run these jobs after the creation, and then data scope for all the data assets that are defined here. Click on next, and then you will see the summary here. Review the scope and the objective that we have defined into this, and click on the create. So this will create the data enrichment job for the assets that we have selected. It will start doing the metadata enrichment process. Once that is complete, it will show you it is started now. And you will see that here the metadata enrichment process has started. It's not yet analyzed. So click on refresh button till you see that this job of enrichment is finished. So keep doing refresh. So this will take around approximately 2 to 3 minutes to finish, to complete this enrichment process. So once it will start on refresh. Now as you see it here, as it progresses, it identifies the classification business terms, and it also show you the data quality results for once the job is complete, you will see that the enrichment process is complete, and you will so let's close that and click on refresh. You will see that the enrichment status has changed now to finished for all these things, and you will see the data quality and all. So once you click onto this view column details, so once you are here, you will see that for all the columns the business terms are associated, as you see it here. And like for credit card number data class has been defined as American Express. For CVV credit card, there is no data class identified. So if you feel that some of the data business terms and data classes are not, so we have to ensure. And once you will see that the date is added correctly. It's not that correct for the credit card expiry. For credit card CV, there is no data class defined, but for credit card number, there is American Express, which is a little bit correct, not fully correct. And the data quality you will see also got assigned based on the information. Now the review status, there is no review status. We wanted to go back to the settings, right, where we have defined how the association should be done. So click on default settings and then metadata enrichment process. So ensure that these options are selected, name matching, and from the catalog, ensure all these settings are correct here. And you might want to rerun this job again just to ensure that the correct terms and data classes gets defined for those columns. Right, so you can rerun that job and click on executive dashboard, and then click on enrich all the data assets. Once you have to confirm that all the settings are correct, and you can rerun the job again. Right, so once the it will start the job again, and once it is complete, it will also display in the message, and then you can go back and recheck all the business terms and the data classification for all the columns. So you have to review all these columns. So let's review these credit card columns. So you will see that we still have this. So incorrect. So we can correct and assign the correct business terms and data classes for this. So the job is complete. Click on refresh. Now let's correct, check one by one for this. Here, click on the view more for credit card CVV, right? So there is no data class assigned. So you can assign the correct data class. So under this, you can go to the data class, click plus sign, and then click type credit here, and there you will see the business terms data class as CVV, right? Credit card number basically. So choose that and click on assign this data class for this credit card number. So that is how you assign all the or correct all the data assets. So the data class has been assigned to CVV. Now let's do that for card expiry. So date is assigned, but let's assign the proper data class for this. Click on view more, and then click on the edit existing data class, which is currently date. So it is not 100% correct, so click on credit, and this is a credit card date, so that is what you want to really assign it here. So click credit card expiry date and click on assign. And so now this credit card date will be assigned to that data class rather than just the date. Now do the same thing for credit card number. It is American Express, so you can change it to the general like data class as click edit and click on credit, and then you can select the data class as credit card number. So and click on assign. So this gets assigned instead of the American Express. So that is how you correct the data class, right? And then finally you can correct this for all these columns which are here. Once you review all these columns, once you confirm, select all these columns and then click on more and mark them as reviewed. So click on mark them as reviewed and click on done. So you will see that the status now gets changed here for all those columns that you have reviewed, that the business terms and data classes are correct for each and every column. So for the demo purpose, we just changed for 3 columns. So the review status is complete. Now let's go to the asset. Now you have not yet published. The review status is still not reflected here. So select these 3 assets that we have chosen, click more and mark as reviewed. So this will mark that we have reviewed all these 3 enriched data assets successfully. So it will show you the review status column as tick mark. So we are here. Now it's time for publishing this enriched metadata to the catalog. And so you will see all these metadata enrichment assets gets added here. Now post data enrichment. Now it's time to publish this enriched data asset to the govern catalog, because it ensures controlled access and also enhances trust in data. Now we will see how these assets are augmented with business terms and classifications, providing stakeholders with the enriched metadata. And this feature of IBM Knowledge Catalog supports compliance, and it facilitates better data usage across the organization. Now let's publish these enriched metadata assets to this govern catalog so that we can do technical data lineage imports on them and then execute those. Here all the technical data lineage collected by IBM Manta will be added as additional metadata for published assets in the catalog. Now let's publish the connection. So let me show you it here. So click on data access. You will see the connections. So here select all these connections, and then you can click on to the publish to catalog. So you want to publish it to the executive dashboard catalog that we have created. Select that, click on next, and select. You can write the description here and click on the update original asset. These are all the connections we would like to publish to the govern catalog. So put that comment, select the default options, click on next, and then all these three connections will be published to the govern catalog, and you will see that message here as well. So similarly, like we want to also publish the data assets, enriched metadata assets to the catalog. So select one by one, choose the public executive dashboard catalog, select, put the description here, the warehouse assigned shift, right? So this is the description for that assets. While click on next and then click on publish. So this also gets published to the govern catalog. Let's choose the next table, customer loyalty table, and click on publish to catalog, and then choose the executive dashboard govern catalog. Click on next, and then let me put the description for this table. So this contains the sale information and it has all the enriched data. Click on next and then choose publish here. So that asset also gets successfully published to the catalog as you see it here. And now choose the last table, that is a customer, and click on publish to catalog, and then executive dashboard as a catalog. Click next, put the description here about this table, which is like this is the official certified and current customer master record table. Click on next, publish, and this asset will also get published successfully to the catalog. Now to verify this, you can go to navigation, click on all catalogs, and then click on the executive dashboard. And here you will see all these connections, right? Three connections which we published to the catalog. So these are here, and then these are the three assets, enriched data assets, that you will see it here. So if you click on the first asset, you will see that all the information about the quality score, business terms, data class, all these enriched data assets are available here, and you can assign the business terms here. So click on the credit. So this is the credit card CVV, and then credit card expiry and credit card number that you would like to assign this governance artifact. You can also select the classification, which is since we want to sensitive personal information to be masked, right? So you can add those here, and then you can see the lineage. You can click on the lineage, and this is where you can see the business lineage information for these assets, for the enriched assets. But we have not yet captured the lineage onto this enriched data, which we will do in next. Now, lineage visualization provides detailed insights into data movement and transformation. Now, let's see how IBM Manta and Knowledge Catalog extracts and visualize technical and business lineage for ETL jobs and BI reports. We will also see how customizable views can be created and allow stakeholders to understand data provenance and ensure transparency and trust in the data processes. So let's look into, so far we have seen seen that the connections and the data assets have been already published to the executive dashboard catalog. Now let me demonstrate you how the integrated features of knowledge catalog and IBM Manta will be used to collect the document, collect and document the technical data lineage. So, and the business lineage for the Cognos BI report. We will also see the lineage for the data stage ETL job and the DB2 and the Postgres SQL sources and target data sources, and add the lineage to the executive dashboard. So to do that, so click on to the assets, click on the new asset, and then here you can choose import metadata for data assets, and here you will see the get BI report lineage. So click on the next button and then select this is the BI report lineage import we would like to do, right? So we want to run the Manta scanner for the BI report. So choose that, give the description, click on next, and select the catalog on where the metadata asset is present. Select the scope for this. So here the connection, choose the Cognos analytics because BI report we wanted to do, and click on the team contents and select and choose the selected assets. Click on next, and then select the default name and then run the job after creation. So click on next, create, choose the default selections, click on next. Here review the target and the scope that was defined. So you want to run the Manta scanner against the Cognos analytics. Click on create. So it will start enriching or collecting the lineage information for the Cognos analytics. So it will take few minutes here to run that import process. So the import process is in process. Finally it will start showing the job. Once the job is complete, it will show you the information that job is. So give few minutes here, click on refresh. Yeah, so here you will see that it started importing the assets lineage information. Now there you go. So it says that the data metadata import for the Cognos report is complete. So you will see in one page. So this is the BI report lineage import that got imported into the project. Now this is for the BI report. We have imported the lineage information for the Cognos analytics. Now let's do the same thing for the ETL job lineage. So to do this, click on to the executive dashboard project and then click on to the new asset here. Then click on to the import metadata for data assets, and here you will choose like ETL date job lineage you want to do. So this is now ETL job. So type like ETL job lineage import as the name for this asset. Give the description for this and click on next. Now here this is from the catalog, executive catalog. So choose that catalog and then select the scope by clicking onto this button. Select the data stage flow, right, for which you would like to get the to run the Manta scanner against. Choose the data stage flow under the executive dashboard. And then you have to also choose the connection which are in data stage job uses. So use the DB2 and under the customer schema. So choose that table schema basically, and under the and another from the outcomes, right? So these are the two tables from the DB2 you would like to choose for lineage, right? So click on from the Postgres also there is table customer table under the customer schema, right? So choose that also for the importing the data lineage which is used by these data stage jobs. So choose that under warehouse also schema and click on select. So here you will see all the selected assets that you would like to track or collect the in lineage information on. So select all these assets, click on next, and then here choose the default name for this job and run the job after creation. Select the default names, click on next, and then select the review the target and source scope, 2 tables, 2 Postgres, right? So total 4 assets, and then click on create. So once you start creating, it will start in running this job. Sometimes it gives error, so you just go back, click on edit the name, give the new name, let's say version 2, and then click on next. Same thing here, next, and then say next, choose the same name, click next, and then create, and hopefully this will run this time. So let's wait. Yeah, so now the metadata input process for this ETL job, data stage job basically is running. So let's keep refreshing from DB to Postgres SQL. Click on refresh. Yeah, so now here you will see the message like metadata input is completed successfully, and you will see 200 assets were imported successfully. You will see that it's collected and added the technical data lineage and the business lineage into the catalog. The amount of assets that got added or created in the catalog after these types of lineage imports can be shocking and a bit of overwhelming. So let's take a look at it. So let me show you here. So if you go to the catalog, then click on executive dashboard, you will see that bunch of all these assets got created here, right? And you will see all that assets that it's quite overwhelming here to see, and you can hide all these featured assets that created by Manta Lineage here. So at the bottom, you will see around 369 assets in the catalog from the technical data lineage imports are there, and there were only 3 after the data assets were published, right? So connections are not counted in the number of assets here. Now let's review the ETL job lineage. So the metadata import for the data stage ETL job, right, by the Manta data stage scanner. So we want to review this, how the lineage looks like. So you can go to, if you want to see the data stage, you can choose the data integration job here under the asset type. Click apply. So it will show you the data stage job here. Click on to it, and it will show you all the data stage jobs that assets it uses, and you can click on lineage here. So this will show you basically the lineage for that data stage jobs as you see it here. So you will see that the data stage jobs is at the center, and there are at the left you will see the source tables inputted to the data stage job processes, and these are the targets. So let's click on to the expand. So you will see the further information into that ETL's job, seeing that the customer summary table is populated from 2 tables, customer loyalty and customer table. So if you click further 3 dots and click on show all, you will see further that the customer table is joined and then read it into the customer summary table, right? So you can further drill down it here. So the graph becomes more and more, right, bigger. So you can enable these options as you see it here. So it is easy for you to navigate the through the bar. And then click on the legend, and you will see the information like what it means. Now here, as you look at here, if you click further on the customer loyalty table and click show all, so you will see that this customer loyalty table and this customer table are joined together and read it into the customer summary table, right? So you are drilling down in further. So let's look at other two. Click on show all. So you will see that the custom warehouse assigned shifts is read and then populated the DB2 assigned shift table. So this is what the data stage job all that does here, right? Now if you click onto the data center job, and the right hand side you can drill down further on the technical data lineage, right? So you can click onto this link to see the further data lineage. And drill down further. So it will open the Manta Data Lineage page where you will further drill down into those assets, right, for the data stage job. Now and it will go into the column level details as you see it here. These are the 2 tables joined together, right? There are different options here, which like these are the different technologies that this data stage jobs works with, right? So you can select your options. You can also do some filtering here. You can select what different level of information you would like to see from each technology, and then you can choose and pick and choose the colors for different categories as well. Let's go back to the resources and let's choose. I would like to see not only the DB2 and data stage portion of this. So it will show only the DB2 and the data stage components that are being used. Let's get into the details. Like I would like to do less details on the Cognos, but let's say for Postgres also less details, but for DB2 I would like to see the high details, and click apply button. So it will show you all the DB2 related information flowing through the data stage jobs up to the target table, right? So this is how you can drill down further. You can further select all the columns here to display and track down the lineage information at the column level as well. So if you all resources, I would like to choose very high level overview, right? Don't want to go into more details. So you will see only this BlueDB database and up to the Cognos databases. So you can play around with different options. Let's say choose high details for all the information for all the technologies, and then you will see all that column level information. And then you can further drill down into this here. So let's go further into details here. TT stands for like there is a transformation happening onto that column, and it will show you all the transformation information as well here. So let's click on any particular table here, like revenue table. So you will see that this revenue table is coming from which source and how it is downstream to the target, right? End table. So it will show you all that information. Once you click that table, it will also select here like from where it is derived from, right? Which table, data stage job, right? So as you see it here, and it will also show you the data type for that column as well. So all that kind of information is available. You can track the column details, how it flows from to the final destination, through which stored procedures, what transformation has occurred, and all that kind of information is available here. Now also let's review the technical data lineage captured and documented by IBM Manta. So here you will see that the business lineage is contributed by Knowledge Catalog, and both come together in the executive dashboard catalog. So you will see the seamless integration of IBM Manta Cognos Analytics Scanner into the IKC's IBM Knowledge Catalog's metadata input process. So the result is complete lineage for the Cognos Analytic report created by the analytic team for the executive management. So similar to the ETL jobs lineage, here you will see the tremendous amount of detail when viewing the technical data lineage for the report. It shows the source of the data and the report queries, right, that were executed, and for every single details you will see. So to see the that information, let's click on the view all, select the report to choose the Cognos reporting lineage. So click onto that, click apply button here, then click on the, let's say, outcome here. And here you will see that these are the items associated with that report, and you would like to see the lineage information. Drill down further into this, right? So you can click onto the lineage, and here you will see the report level lineage for that. So this is the outcome table. You can click onto it, and you will see that outcome tables is coming from these left side technologies, DB2 tables and Postgres tables, right? And then you can further drill down in using Manta. So let's click on the outcome tables, where you would like to see the report lineage, and then you want to see the technical lineage, right? Not just the business lineage, technical lineage of the report. Then click onto that link, it will take you here, and this will show you the entire information about the technical details how the data is flow. So as you see it here, like you will see these two tables, right? Blue DB table and the performance table, those are also shown here but not connected, because these two tables are containing the sensitive information. So those are shown here as a deduced tables, source information. But you can further drill down here by choosing again different options here, and you can play around it. So let's say I want to see all the high level information, like in details basically. Then you can apply it and it will show you the row wise level information, including the previously deducted information coming from the blue DB database, which contains the sensitive information. You can play around different options. Let's say I wanted to see only the lineage for DB2 and DB2 information and how it flows through the reporting, right? So all the DB2 technologies and Postgres. So it will show you like how the data from DB2 and the Postgres SQL flows through the report and goes to the executive dashboard through the different queries. Then you can, let's say, select I would like to see the information, let's say less information from the, or let's go to the let me show you here. Click, yeah, let's click on to this one of the table and get into more details. Choose all the columns to select and choose any particular and then you will get more details to look at it. So it is coming from blue DB database, the employee pay rate, then query 4 processes it, and then it is final send it to the downstream tables. You will see like which query it processes, right? From where that query comes from. So all that kind of information is available here. So this is how you can see all the, technical details. We call it as technical technical data lineage for all these things. Now, I also wanted to show you the combined lineage, right? So you can also do a customized lineage, like a pick and choose or combining technologies, different technologies to see the technical lineage, such as like data. You can choose the data stage jobs, just the DB2 and the Postgres and the data sources, right? Various data sources and the Cognos report into a single technical view. So I just wanted to show you that as a part here. So you just open a new tab here and then it will open a Manta flow viewer where you can click. So here you will see all the technologies that are involved into this project. So this is Cognos, then data stage, and then DB2, and then the Postgres SQL. So you can pick and choose right here. So let's select add these assets to the for the lineage purpose. So we added Cognos, then let's add data stage as well, and then let's add DB2, and then let's add the finally Postgres SQL. And once you select all these assets for the lineage, just click on the show lineage in a graph, and then it will display the graph for all these different technologies. So you have combined all these technologies here, and then you can drill down and choose, pick up and get into more details, choosing the technologies, and if you are interested in any particular column or any data assets, right? So you can have different options to pick and choose. Here you can play around this, right? And then you can select different technologies and click on apply, and it will show you all that information here. So so these are the different, let's say I want to see only for a data stage job. So for data stage, I would like to see less information on the Cognos, full information, medium information on data stage, DB2 and Postgres, and click apply. So it will show only related to that technology, all the how the data flows from source to target. So you can see like that this is the data stage jobs coming in the customer table, how the customer loyalty table, how the DB2 database, right? So based on these options, you can, as I mentioned, you can, let's remove the add the Cognos, and then so basically you can play here with, based on your interest, right? So you can choose Cognos medium, less data stage, and then more DB2, and then Postgres. So apply, and then it will remove the Cognos part of it, keep everything else, and click on apply. Or you can also choose like I want to see the low Cognos information but high all other parts, technologies, and then it will come back with on those kind of lineage information for you for further analysis. Then so these are the different things you can try work with based on your need, and you can pick and choose the technology, drill down further, right? Here let's say this is the column you have chosen result table from the data stage job, right? So it will show you the transformation, then from which data stage link, right? Which table it is coming, right? Which column, how it is populated. You can let's select any column, revenue column, let's say. Then what transformation is applied, how it is populated to the summary table. Let's look at the summary from source information, from where it is coming from, right? So all these kind of technical information drill down you can, and it's very easy for answering those audit questions or those kind of things from this kind of information. So so basically the demo, this demo has demonstrated address key customer challenges by enhancing visibility, automating metadata processes, and ensuring data privacy. The next thing what we can do is to schedule a deep technical dive with your teams, initiating a proof of experience to validate capabilities in your environment. And then you can also engage IBM Lab services to integrate with your existing business lineage solutions that you may have. So this can help you to leverage IBM's data governance tools to achieve trusted and intelligent data outcomes. So thank you so much.